My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, so if you are in real estate investing and you're in an expensive market, like most Canadian cities, a lot of American cities, and you're in the single family home space, you might be wondering, how can I make a buck in single family homes in expensive markets? Well, our special guest today is zooming in from a very expensive market, Los Angeles, California, via another very expensive market, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Our guest today is Kristi Cirtwill. Kristi, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thanks, Dave.
So, Kristi, maybe give us a little 30,000-foot perspective of what it is that you're doing these days, getting towards the end of 2025 as we're recording this. What does real estate investing look like for you?
Oh, it seems like it changes so much and so fast from what I started doing to what I'm doing now. Well, not that much different, but in terms of how I acquire properties is a bit different. So, I just started my career maybe 18 years ago in Los Angeles and didn't know anybody. And I thought I need to jump in and figure out how to do this. So I joined a couple of networking groups, and BNI being one of them, Business Network International. And that just expanded my network tremendously. So in the beginning, it was 2010, 2011. That was a lot of short sales, REOs, distressed properties. And just over the years, I developed a bit of a niche working with people that have the hoarding disorder. So if anybody's seen that TV show, the hoarders or whatever it was called, I buy houses that look and smell like that. Ooh. So, and that never will go away. There will always be a market for that. So dumb question. What do you do with these hoarder houses? Ooh, do you want to go on a property tour?
No, well, not maybe briefly, but basically just zooming out big picture, what's the end goal? Are you fixing them up and flipping them? Are you fixing them up, holding them as rentals? What's the exit strategy?
Kind of all of the above. So I started by fixing and flipping most of the homes. And then I quickly realized I don't want to be fixing and flipping until I'm 90 years old. So at some point you have to start holding property or doing something for passive income, something where you've already done the work once and now it's paying you over and over. So right around 2017, 2018 is when Los Angeles decided they would allow ADUs. So ADUs are accessory dwelling units, like a little granny suite in the back. Yeah. So most single family homes don't cash flow in Los Angeles. It's hard to make them work. Yeah. But when you add a second house, then the rents off both properties, now it makes sense as a rental. So I started holding a couple here and there after I fixed them up, and then I would build an ADU in the backyard.
Nice. So what does the portfolio look like right now as of 2025? Like, how many different properties do you have? How many ADUs have you added to them? Just give us a little overview idea of how that looks.
Yeah, I've probably purchased about 250 houses since I started 16 or so years ago, and had a whole bunch as rentals at one point, which I sold because they were just way too much work. And so I upgraded to better rentals. So I have fewer now, but they're nice properties. They're
nice properties with nicer tenants.
Yes, nice neighborhoods, good tenants that take care of the property. So I have fewer, but I have better ones. So that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the bread and butter of your real estate investing business in 2025, Kristi? What do you spend most of the time doing?
I still have a lot of people that I met through networking over the years that still refer me properties. So I would say probably to this day, maybe of the properties I buy are hoarding, like some kind of a
So
hoarding
you're
situation.
doing fix or clean and flip type deals. So is that what I'm understanding?
I'm still buying those ones. So, and there's still a market for fix and flip. You just have to be pretty cautious right now because we are starting to have a little settling in the market. There's a lot. Yeah, I won't get into all the market details, but it is changing again. So you have to be careful to not go over budget and not go over your timeline because there's really not a lot of room for error right now. So
plus, you have to be careful that your helpers aren't getting scooped up by ice and kicked out of the country.
Yes, well, that's a topic for another.
That's a whole other podcast for sure. Okay, interesting. So, Kristi, just to paint the picture, looking back, let's say over the last year, pull out one of your favorite hoarder story projects, if you would. Which
sure, happy to. Yes. I bought one in Long Beach, and sometimes I'm actually working with the person who has the hoarding disorder, but in this case, they had passed away. So I was dealing with their family members. Well,
how did you find the property, first of all?
It came through a referral through a guy who has a trash haul business. I guess somehow they had
connected with. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that is a good referral source. So he called me and he said, I'm not going to try to clean out this property because I think they actually just want to sell it. So I went and met with them, and there must have been 10 of us standing on the front yard. I talked to them. 2 people had flown in from North Carolina. There was just a lot of moving parts. So part of being successful with that niche is knowing how to manage all the personalities and all the dynamics and emotions that go along with the hoarding disorder.
Yeah.
So it probably was a month to just sort of coordinate what they wanted to get out of the house, the things they were trying to find. They needed to find a will and a trust in order to be able to sell it. And then finally, I was able to purchase that home.
Hey there, if you're a capital raiser, a syndicator, or a fund manager, and you're looking for a steady flow of incoming accredited investor leads, then go ahead, grab a free copy of my new book, How to Get 20 Accredited Investor Meetings Every Month Without Cold Calling, Networking, or Chasing People. You can get that at 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com. Again, that's the number 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com. So how does that typically look? Are these properties usually free and clear? Do they have mortgages on them? All of the above? And then are you going in all cash and just because of the sheer amount of work involved with cleaning all that crap out and then fixing it up and turning around, what kind of percentage of ARV are you hoping to get in at?
Yeah, sure. I can go over some of the numbers too.
Yeah.
Some of them have mortgages, but usually they're owned a long time and the mortgage is paid off. Mm-hmm. And so, but they still want an all cash offer. And I do offer them other options. I'm like, we can fix it up. I can help you with the renovation. You can try to get more money and sell retail. 9 times out of 10, they don't want that option. They just want there's so much emotion that goes along with it. Mm. They just want a fair cash offer and close and be done with it. Yeah. So I'm depending on how much work it needs. Like this one in Long Beach, for example, I bought that at $525,000, and the construction alone was just north of $200,000. The clean out, so just the trash out to get out all the hoard out, was almost $30,000.
Oh my God! Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm. The yards, the front and back, were really overgrown. That took $12,000 just to trim bushes back and find the yard, and another $10,000 to actually do some landscaping. So at least $250,000 I was into this property. But I did a really specialty, unique. It's like a Spanish style home, and it came out beautiful. So I was able to get upwards of, I think it was 987 it closed for.
Nice.
So, but not all of that is profit, the spread, because obviously there's hard money to pay and closing costs and whatnot, but there was a profit there.
Nice. So typically, Kristi, when you're financing these properties, you're working with hard money lenders. How much are they willing to lend you? Are you have to bring your own cash in? Are you able to get purchase price, renovation costs, all that kind of stuff from the lenders?
Yeah. So the way I've funded most of mine over the years is the hard money lenders will fund usually 80 to 90% of the purchase price.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll do construction as well and hold back, but I don't do that option. I just do 80 to 90% of the purchase price. Mm-hmm. And then I have a second deed of trust from a private lender. And that's just somebody who wants to make more than what they're making having their money in their bank account, which is nothing. Mm-hmm. So they'll fund the balance of the purchase price and then sometimes some of the construction money as well.
Okay.
And if I have my own money, I'll use it for the balance of the purchase price and the construction. So it just depends on how many projects I have going and
what's happening.
Yeah.
So speaking of projects, what kind of volume of projects are you doing? It sounds like you're pretty active.
I'm still pretty active. I'm still building some ADUs. I have 3 more to go, and then I think I might be done, but we'll see. I have just a small construction project I'm doing right in Los Angeles. So I do build building ADUs is building a house, essentially. Most of them are detached. Some are attached. And a couple fix and flips. So I keep busy enough.
So the ones that you're building the ADUs on, are you turning around and flipping them now as a nice investment property for somebody else, or do you tend to hold on to those ones?
I will try to hold on to them if I can. Mm-hmm. Because when you when you renovate the main house and you build a brand new ADU, you essentially have 2 brand new houses that if you rent, you shouldn't have to have any kind of deferred maintenance or any maintenance for 10, 12 years. Like things should be working if you get good tenants looking after them. So it's really hard to sell them when I fix them up and build them. But sometimes they just don't pencil. They're in a little higher end neighborhood and price point. But if it makes sense, it's sort of a blue collar, white collar neighborhood where the rents will cover the mortgage, then I try to keep them if I can.
Yeah, otherwise, I guess you're kind of selling it to somebody who's looking for their own property plus a mortgage helper property. Is that kind of the scenario?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's still a little bit of both. Mm-hmm. I will still flip some to put food on the table, but ultimately I want to keep the rental property because that's what will give the cash flow over time.
Yeah, most definitely. So are you, best case scenario, are you seeing decent cash flow from these kind of properties, or is your goal really just to at least kind of maintain, pay the mortgage down over time, watch the values go up, gradually kind of get that cash flow going over time? What are your goals with these?
Sometimes if you just do a regular rental at the beginning, it's a little tight. It's not like a large cash flow. But what I was doing to have a higher cash flow initially was rent some of these units as midterm rental furnished. Yeah. So you get a higher rent where somebody will come in from town, they're on a contract, they need a place to stay that's completely furnished. It doesn't cost that much to furnish it. You get your money back out of that within a year, but you get a higher rent. So I'm doing a little bit of both because I'm finding right now the unfurnished rental rates have almost caught up to where the furnished rents are.
Wow.
So I just kind of go case by case, city by city, neighborhood by neighborhood.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's interesting. I would have thought furnished midterm rentals would be significantly higher than unfurnished, but you're saying they're getting pretty close.
They were in the beginning, but yeah. My rentals are sort of South Los Angeles County, North Orange County.
Mhm.
So I have a 1-bedroom ADU I'm renting right now in Garden Grove, and my phone is blowing up. That's what I was doing when you called and checking the messages to get back to everybody. So, and that's for $2,500.
Wow.
So
Well,
it's a solid rent, and I think people like the fact that, like, a lot of the ones I've built are detached. So
they have their own little house. It's a legit
no shared walls. And I do try to put parking off the street if I can. If there's extra room, I can give them their own separate off-street parking. So,
yeah, that's smart.
yeah, it's
Exciting
important to
stuff.
sort of know what is attractive to a tenant if you're going to end up keeping that and build it accordingly.
Most definitely. Well, it sounds like you got lots of practice with that, Kristi. So right now, as we're recording this, it's quarter 4 of 2025. What exciting plans or ideas do you have for the new year for 2026?
Well, I'm going to finish the 4 units I have in Los Angeles, plus a 5th house, well, an ADU. And that will all be completed by the spring of 2026. And then I will catch my breath and see what to do next.
All right, Kristi. Well, hey, thanks for explaining what you're up to in LA and how you're turning these single family homes, especially the hoarder houses, into nice properties and adding ADUs and making them cash flow positive. If people would like to stay connected or get connected with you, find out more about you, what's the best thing they can do, Kristi?
Probably just email me and let me know how I can help them. So my email is professionalhomehelp, HELP, @gmail.com.
Well, that's easy enough. Professionalhomehelp @gmail.com. Kristi, thanks for being on the show.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewsyou.com.